What's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have squad reviews to do today. I asked you guys to send me some squads. I haven't done this that often in the past, but I wanted to do this more nowadays because people have obviously been sending a lot of squads and then they asked their thoughts on it in regards to being able to change different formation tactics and all that kind of good stuff, right? So we're going to get started over here with my homie G over here, who has a really, really well balanced team to start off with because he has Gozens in it, right? So this is a typical Serie A team that's actually set up nicely because he has two of their main midfielders who could be Kessié and Gozens, because Gozens is a versatile type player, right? So if you were to give Gozens, probably like an engine chemistry style or something, or what are people giving him? People are giving him a shadow and anchor because they're probably using him mostly in the midfield. If you give a card like this, a shadow chemistry style or an anchor chemistry style, and he plays through the midfield with high work rates, right? And then Kessié has, I think, similar work rates too, right? Or is it medium high? Oh, high as well. That's actually like not a bad thing to work with in the game nowadays. So he has that balance of being able to switch to a formation to be able to do that, but then have players like he might be using Mkhitaryan and Lautaro up top because he has a marksman on Mkhitaryan, right? With Dybala and Chiesa on the sides. Because here's the thing, man. Even if you wanted to switch to a 4-1-2-1-2, he would just switch the Mkhitaryan card into that midfield position, and you would be working with medium work rates, right? So being able to have a team where you can constantly rotate it is definitely going to be very important. Over here, we have some great links to work with. Cars Drop is in this squad. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that because Cars Drop is, he plays right back for Roma. So Cars Drop, let's see if he has, I'm already pronouncing his name wrong. Cars Drop has, or Karsdorp. I thought it was Drop. Karsdorp, wow. Yeah, so if you take a look at his card, he has defensive stats, right? So if you were to give him a shadow chemistry style, that's where I see him being used in the most. Now, he has pace, his shooting is low. So in this situation here, he actually might, let me see. So he has, I see. So the main formations that he can only switch to, if he's using this, is narrow formations or a 5 at the back. Because he could use Uribe, Zielinski, and Karsdorp as the midfield, while he uses Mkhitaryan as the cam, maybe, with Muriel and Diaz as the strikers. That's how that would work in this situation. Interesting. Okay. So it could be a switch to a 5 at the back or a narrow. So if you wanted to switch to a 4-2-3-1, I mean, he can do that, but Karsdorp is not going to be ideal in those positions. Unless Zielinski's card looks a little bit different this year, but I'm not actually sure if he is. Zielinski. Ah, okay. Okay. So Zielinski could actually be used in the attack if you give him a hunter chemistry style. Ah, that's nice then. Okay. Yeah, that works. You use Uribe and then Karsdorp as your two main midfielders, and you could put Zielinski in the attack. That's a good team too. Nice. I like that. This one's a Liga Santander, so pretty basic stuff here. You have a balance for everything. You probably use maybe Bale as the midfielder if you use a 3 midfield setup, because it's not bad to have one of the players be attacking oriented. Like if you're playing like a 4-3-2-1 or something, it's not a bad thing to actually work with. So if you put Bale in the midfield while Hazard, João Felix, and Griezmann are the players that play up top, that would be perfectly fine. But obviously in a formation like this, you could definitely switch to a 4-2-3-1. So pretty cool there. This guy has some crazy links. Rafinha, Gabriel Jesus with Neymar, Gini Wijnaldum. Okay. I mean, he definitely could put KDB as one of the attacking oriented players. He could. If he's playing like a 4-2-3-1, Gini and Ronaldo are obviously the two defensive mids or two center mids, whatever it is he wants to work with. But he wouldn't be able to switch to a formation like a 4-4-2. I mean, he can, but it wouldn't be super ideal with KDB. Like this, if you make a team like this, it's because you're really focused on making it super narrow based, right? So not a bad team, but like very linear to how you can actually play in game. This one's done really well, actually. I like this team too, actually. Yeah. This one's pretty cool. Because he puts Fabinho as the main defensive player, which is great. Fred next to him. Fred's actually pretty solid in this game, to be fair. João Felix with a Hunter, Griezmann. You have your four main attackers like that. And then if you wanted to switch to a narrow formation, you technically could if you put Felix maybe as one of the center mids because he's a medium work rated player. Griezmann as the cam, Carrasco, St. Max up top. Griezmann could actually play striker well this year because the mechanics work a little bit differently, but I like that too, man. It's actually really nice. Hybrid League, what did it say? Hybrid League SBC R9C. You actually got Ronaldo from SBC pack? That's sick if you did, man. Ronaldo, Smith Rowe? What does Smith Rowe look like? Does he have... Let's see, Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe is... Okay. If you give him a finisher, maybe? Is that what people are giving him? Finisher? Hunter? People are giving Hunter to most of the cards nowadays because they just use the dribbling for what it is because it's more like clunky dribbling, so it's kind of like something that you work with. Yeah, this is not bad either, actually. I see what you have to do here. I have a question. Could you not just put Rodrigo over here and then put Fred in the middle? Because Fred would give you that Man United link for 10, and then Rodrigo there. Ah, he doesn't get the link to Eder Militao. And then there's also no links elsewhere. Interesting. Okay. Next up, we have... This one's nice. This one's really good. Because he has a balance of a physical type striker. I haven't tried Benzema yet, so I don't know what he's like, right? But he has a balance of a physical type striker with an agile type striker. His two midfielders are Gini Wijnaldum and Renato Sanchez. And then if he wants to play a narrow formation, one of his center mids could actually be Gelson Martins. He would obviously be lacking in defensive stats, but he would make a pretty solid center mid. I like this team. This is nice. Very meta-oriented, but a very, very good team to have in the beginning of the game. Yeah, this is solid. I like this a lot. It's a very smart team, too. St. Max apparently is, like, really nice to work with, too. He has, like, his moments, obviously, but, you know. Okay, so this one has a Malin, so this is, like, a cheaper squad. Vasquez being in the team, like, he adds something to it. Because Vasquez, I think, has defensive stats as well. Vasquez. Lucas Vasquez. He has a little bit of defensive stats. Shadow Engine. Yeah, Shadow's a really big one. Yeah, you know what? A Shadow chemistry style on him definitely makes sense. I could see why you did the team like this. Because, let's just say, right? If he... Okay, so he could do the engine chemistry style thing, right? If he were to give an engine chemistry style, he has a little bit of pace, dribbling, passing, blah, 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 right? But Vasquez could be used as an attacker, you know, because he already has Bruno and Bellingham here as the main midfield players, right? So Vasquez can be good to be able to rotate to a narrow formation to a wide formation, which is good. You know, if you want to go a 4-2-3-1, you use Bellingham and Bruno as the two center defensive mids, and then Vasquez would be used as the midfielder or attacker, depending on what you want to do. So yeah, that's good too. Like that a lot. Basically, a Santana team here has two midfielders, and João Felix could be playing as the other center mid, so that's pretty solid. This one is good. This one is really good. The Thunderbolt one, which chemistry style is that again? Because some people have said that they'd rather just give that to these players. Bruno Fernandes. So people are giving him a Shadow and an Engine. Engine chemistry style would boost pace a little bit. Working with some defensive stats. Good shooting. And he has the Thunderbolt, which I think is a catalyst, right? More passing and more pace. Oh. Yeah. You know why I'm saying oh to this? Because in this game, this actually makes sense if you want the extra pace. Because you would just play to his dribbling stats. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad choice, actually. Because Engine doesn't boost the pace by a lot. But a Catalyst, it does. And you're still working with some defensive stats. So in this case, if you wanted to use a 3 midfield setup with Bruno on the right, Gini on the left, Alan in the middle, Kyungmin Son, Harry Kane as the main strikers, Sancho as the cam, not bad. Not bad at all. It doesn't even need to be Harry Kane in this team, which is cool. You could put any striker there. Like if you want to put Gabriel Jesus there, you could. Gabriel Jesus is actually pretty solid. I tried his inform card, but you can tell when players have like really good base characteristics, and Gabriel Jesus definitely does. So that could be maybe something that you maybe want to change. But I don't know, man. Harry Kane might be more usable this year because of the physical type strikers actually being pretty solid. So I like this team. This team I like a lot. This one was done really well. Funny that you have Coleman as the manager there. Let's see what other things we have here. So huge chemistry. Huge chemistry. What? Huge problems with chemistry. Oh, why? Because you want to put Ronaldo Sanchez? I know he's that good, eh? He's that good, my boy. My team for now, only Ronaldo is untradeable. You have untradeable Ronaldo? You're so lucky, man. I want an untradeable Ronaldo so bad. Interesting. So, oh, does Saka have defensive stats? Saka, do you have defensive stats? 65? Anchor, finisher, like it's like very inconsistent with that. Anchor would give him some defense, some physical, some pace. What does he give to him? Oh, it's on a basic right now. Okay, so he does. He mostly. He might actually play this in game. He has two midfielders in Fred and Renato, and then Foden. Foden could be used as one of the midfielders too. To be fair, he definitely could be. Bernardo could also be one of the midfielders too. Yeah, it's not a bad team for a starter. I don't mind it. What's Bamba's card nowadays? Bamba had a really sick team of the season last year. I like that card a lot. Very underrated, actually. Oh, he looks good. On a finisher, maybe? Right? Finisher? Yeah, finisher looks solid. I like that team. It's nice. This is a Premier League team with Richarlison. It's weird to test out Richarlison, man, because he's the type of player where I don't know if he'd actually be like that crazy this year. I would have to try him out. Let me know what you guys think. 3 midfielders, but he does have one that can be played as an attacker with De Bruyne. That's not bad either for a beginner squad. He has Rashford in it too, which is actually nice. I need to try out the Rashford card at some points too, because people are wondering about that one. It took me forever to snipe Hernandez. So this team is cool, but it's completely narrow based. Yeah, it's like the back. I like what you did with the defense and the midfield, but it's the lack of having that one player that can play both that sucks. Because if you want to switch to like a 4-2-3-1, for instance, you can't really do that with this because these guys are strict midfield cards, you know. But you know, if you're playing like a 4-1-2-2 or a 4-3-1-2 or a 4-3-2-1, definitely works out really well. 4-3-2-1 with this actually looks pretty solid. Very defensive oriented in the midfield, but it could be okay. 4-2-3-1 with Grealish at cam. Yeah, that's fine too. Because even if you want to switch to a 4-1-2-2, you could put Grealish as the midfielder, as the more attacking oriented player. That's not bad either. I like this one. Liga Santander again with Serie A. Why is Kessie in here? How is Kessie giving you links? What? Huh? Is this how you line up in game? I guess it's how it lines up in game. Yeah, it is. Okay. Barella, eh? That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Because if he wants to play a narrow, he could. He could play any formation. Put Renan back at left back, they'd have a 4 at the back. If he wants to play a 4-1-2-2, Barella is the center defensive mid with, well, whichever one he wants to choose is the center defensive mid, to be honest, this year. He could switch to a 4-1-2-2. These guys are the main attackers. 4-3-2-1 could do the same exact thing. This is a nice team, actually. This is good. Yeah, this is good. You can definitely do some good stuff with your formation for this. That's solid. I like that. Palinha. Isn't that Vitinha? Not Vitinha. Vinagre. Ruben Vinagre. This is like this link up you have here is a little bit weird. Diaz is amazing. Uribe would definitely be better to have. And for you to not have a left back, like Uribe, trust me, bro, Uribe is like underrated. Like the card's really solid. Like if he gets any sort of like team of the weeks in the future, like he's going into my team immediately because he has a lot of potential. He's not going to be like a crazy card compared to the cards that people have nowadays, of course, but like he's really really solid. Jetson's okay, but he's like a beginner player, right? But I would definitely recommend putting Uribe there with Zaidu. The problem with Zaidu right now is the dribbling. So in my team, I'm probably going to switch him out for Grimaldo or something. But this is not bad either. This is okay. Yeah, that's not too bad actually. But it's just this part. This part's a little bit weird. Oh, we got a little bit of a. Ooh, this is a nice hybrid, man. This is great. Yeah, I like this too. This is actually nice. I think in this case, I would probably put Malin as a center mid if I had to. No, Carrasco as a center mid. Holland left striker, Gnabry Cam right striker, Malin, right? He doesn't say what formation he uses in game, but yeah. Because here's the thing, man. Yeah, this is pretty solid. I like the links that he's working with. Mbabu, Jordi Alba with Lorente. Lorente is a freaking monster, so yeah. Even in this, if you wanted to switch to a 4-4-2, he definitely could. 4-2-3-1 as well. 4-2-3-1 would be maybe a little bit weird. Actually, not really, because Malin would be usable on the sides because his stats look actually pretty impressive for this year. Yeah, just give him a finisher, right? And you can actually use him in the side positions. It's possible, for sure. Yeah, not too bad. But yeah, guys, that's going to conclude the player review, or not the player review. Sorry, I do so many player reviews that I forget. That's going to conclude the squad review for today. If you guys want to send me some squads in the future, I like unique teams that have like different links that can, transform itself and kind of rotate to different formations a lot, be super, super versatile, right? So a team like this is pretty cool. I like teams like this. My favorite one that I reviewed today, I think, would be... There was one that I saw here. This one's pretty cool. I like this one a lot. I'd probably change out Harry Kane, maybe. I don't know what he's like, so I don't know what he's like. I have no idea. I would probably change out Kane for Gabriel Jesus, but like this is probably my favorite one today. This one is pretty good too. I like that one. This one is really, really good. Really, really solid team. Really well done. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dude. Love you guys.